All right, let's go to the men's 200, where Noah Lyles ripped around the curve, never looked back, ran 19.46, meet record. Area Knight in second, 19.84. Michael Norman, 19.95. You know the story that Lyles was telling? I think he told it at USA's, how he was on his way to go eat, and then he found out about Area Knighton's 19.49 in April. And then he said, let's turn the car around. We got to go train. Whenever I heard that story, I was like, that's a great story, right? That's awesome. But, sometimes you kind of build those things up when you retell them. I now 100% believe every part of that story for Noah Lyles because he is rolling. He is absolutely rolling right now. And it would make sense that, maybe he took inspiration from how fast his competition was running. But you take what he did at USA's, obviously what he did at the World Championships, and now what he did here in Monaco. I mean, 19.5 was his PB going into the year. And he's ripped off a 19.3 and now a 19.4 with a huge margin of victory. A huge margin of victory.
Yeah. Well, before we go into this race specifically, did you see the quote that he had in the press conference?
Before or after?
Before.
No, I didn't. What did he say?
Give me a month and the world record will be in my sight.
In my sight? That sounds like a Gordon Mack hedge right there. In my sight. That sounds like something you would say. They
Let's
might
find the
be
exact quote.
possibly
What's the exact quote?
in the mix. Yeah, you got to actually get the quote here.
Noah Lyles world record quote. I'm Googling right now.
More good Googling.
I'm not going to find it. I should have came more
Okay.
prepared. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Cole, can you find it? God dang it. I'm ruining the clip. But he said I think that's what he said. He said, give me a
Yeah,
month
clip's over.
and I'll have the world record in my sight.
What's the quote?
So
You can't say it might be the
that's the
quote. Is it
quote. That's the quote. That's the quote. Check Diamond League Instagram. Diamond League. This is getting
I'm
this is
just
getting
gonna
out of
I'm gonna
hand.
turn my camera off so I'm not associated with this. Let me see if I can do this. There we go.
What do you mean turn your camera off?
You can still hear me though, right? Cole, keep my audio on. All right, good. I just don't want to be associated with this part of the show. You can't bring up a quote and then not have the quote.
I know this. I mean, someone in the chat knows the quote. Someone in the chat, help me out. Help
Okay.
out your
Now
boy.
you're just reaching for a lifeline here.
No, he said this. I was doing my due diligence. I was doing research. He said this. God dang it. I thought you were paying attention. What are you doing? Come on.
Me? I'm preparing for what I'm going to talk about. And if I have a quote, I just want I want to know the exact quote. People are saying you're right, but what's the quote? Because you're the one who introduced all the uncertainty into it. You said he might have said this.
No, there is no uncertainty. He said it. Just
Okay. All right. All right. I believe you. I believe you. It just would have been helpful to have the exact quote.
okay. Give me a month and the world record will be in my sights. That's the quote. August 9th.
Okay.
Boom. I found it.
Okay. Great. All right. But in my sights, isn't it already kind of in his sights?
I don't know. Last time I said a world record is in potential
Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to
within a
talk about
time
people's.
period, I got roasted. So let's see
You're
if
not allowed to talk about world
Usain
records.
Bolt makes 1 month
24,
what after a
21.
month from now.
Yeah, exactly. 1 month what doesn't sound as good as 24 what. I think
Yeah,
24
that's
is much better. Um, yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me that he would say that. What's he going to say? I'm going to get slower. No, of course he's going to go for it. It's
exactly.
great. I just think he's rekindled, the form that he had before, and then in the beginning part of the season, and then now he's far exceeded it. Like he's gone up another level entirely. When you look at again what he did at USA's and how he did at USA's, what he did at Worlds, not just in the final Worlds, but in the semis, setting that thing up, and then now in Monaco, like he is rolling right now. So Yes, I hope he races again. I hope he gets an opportunity to run fast. Um, maybe let's see, Blake's time sitting out there, 19.26. Maybe he can shave zero point zero 0.05 off of his time and go to number two all time. Who knows?
I mean, I think he's ready to rip a fast one in a month at the Diamond League final. I think that's what he's focusing on. And if his new
Yeah,
baseline now is 9.4s and 9.5s potentially, it's it makes when it's all perfectly together, peak form, great weather, maybe
yeah.
he does enter the nine teens. Not my quote though. Don't aggregate that, and everyone will get mad at me because I'm really good at angering the internet lately. Did you see that?
Let me read the quote.
Everyone is
So,
mad.
hold on. Someone
Everyone
got
is
the
a
quote.
big Christian Coleman fan, apparently. Everyone thinks Christian Coleman is the greatest runner that's ever lived, and no one will ever beat him except for, Fred Curley and, Omanyala can beat him. Oh, and, okay, enough.
All right. I just wanted to read the quote. Sounds like you're having some issues over there. Because Preston looked up the whole quote and I want to read it. I was telling
Okay,
people
whole
how I
quote.
didn't think that my peak was going to show at Worlds. I've been saying, give me a month and the world record will be in my sights. So thank you, Preston, for looking up the exact
Thanks,
quote.
Preston.
Okay. Do you want to talk more about the 200 or do you want to move on to another topic?
Uh, I was bummed that Kenny Bednarik wasn't in the race. He was supposed to be, but the injury that he got in Hungary didn't allow him to do it because then we could have had the Michael Norman versus Kenny B debate. Norman, he didn't run that well. He got third, but like no one really ran well outside of Noah Lyles. So third place in this race, I think, is what I would expect from him because Lyles and Knighton are the two of the best 200-meter runners in the world. So
Hmm.
based on their times, so I do think though Norman, if like he, had a couple more 200s under his belt, could run with Knighton at least. He's not going to touch Lyles, but he could run with Knighton.
All right. Fair enough.